Hi, folks. Today I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Digital marketers don't really know that much. We're only really good at finding and learning how to use a variety of different tools. So last week I went to the B2B Marketing Expo at the Excel and I met loads of great people and found out about lots of really interesting new tools that I didn't know about already. So today I thought I'd give you a quick rundown on some of my favorites. Before I do, there's a fair amount on leads in here. So I just want to be clear about what I mean. This is all B2B. So what we're really talking about is business contacts. So it's not personal consumer retargeting. It's more like job titles, professional emails for people who have kind of expressed an interest in some way in a product. So as I say, it's not the consumer side. So with that in mind, the first one that I want to talk about is a platform called Emoti, which is intelligent analytics software. So essentially what it does is takes your web data and it builds things like behavior flows and personas and generates recommendations on how to improve your conversion rate optimization. So you can kind of think about it as like a Google Analytics on steroids. It looks really interesting and really exciting, very intelligent. So it's currently in beta, I believe, but I'm looking forward to seeing how that one develops. The next one that we came across is a company called Lead Forensics. So what Lead Forensics does is, as I've mentioned about the leads, they take your web data, so your web visitors, people that have come onto your web page, and it gives you the details of people who have dropped off. So when you're building things like content gates on landing pages, what we're often trying to do is make sure that people who visit those pages actually sign up to download the white paper or whatever it may be, or ask you to get in touch with them and pass their details onto the sales team. But not everybody does that. So what Lead Forensics does is it gives you information on who visited the page but didn't go through the content gate. This is really useful information because then obviously what you can do is either get sales involved, or you can just build them into later campaigns. So you can kind of drop the details into retargeting for other campaigns around your product that that they're interested in. Another one which is kind of similar but slightly different is a company called Leedo. So this is essentially addressing the same problem of people who visit your page but don't choose to go through the content gate and ask to be contacted. What this does is it presents people who arrive at your landing page not just with a content gate with sign up details, but it gives an array of different interactive information. So not everybody is ready to just go to straight to contact me. Not everybody wants to download your white paper, but what they might want is more information about your product or more information about the issue that you're addressing. So Leedo has this kind of interactive panel of different things that you can engage with. So the people who visit the site can go and learn more about the particular thing that they're interested in. They are also constantly offered the opportunity to get in touch. So I thought it was really interesting. It also gives you a load of analytics on the back end, so you can see where people are going, what they're tending to engage with. So it gives you some nice insight into how your content's performing on that page. So this, again, I think is a really interesting proposition for things like demand gen B2B campaigns, because it can just give you a lot more granular detail on how people are behaving when they get to your site. And then the final one that I want to talk about is a company called 23, which is a video platform. There are quite a few of these around, but I thought these guys look pretty good. Essentially, it allows you to create and send video straight from the browser. So they've got use cases in things like embedding video on websites, like building webinars. But what it also does is gives you in-depth analytics on how your video is performing, but it can also let you use video as a much more effective demand gen tool than lots of other video platforms. So, if you're uploading a video to YouTube and just embedding that on a landing page, that's fine, and that works, and it's a great video distribution platform for awareness. But you can't drop lead gen forms into the video itself. So with 23, you can have capture forms popping up at various points in your video. If it's a webinar, for example, you can, I would think, use that really effectively by having these lead capture forms popping up at the exact relevant moment in the video where people would want to ask more, would want to learn more information. So again, I think it looks like an interesting platform. They were, really lovely guys. Had a good chat with them. So it's another one that we will definitely be looking into here, and I would suggest that you do too. If you want any other information, or if you'd like to, have a chat about any of these, do get in touch. I'd be happy to have a conversation with anyone about any of these platforms because I do think that they look really interesting. So yeah, that's it from me this week. I will see you next week.